Hello, Slytherin. How are you doing? um, yeah, new phone, so I'm not really pleased with how the quality of the video looks, but we'll see. Plus I don't know if you can even hear me. And yeah, welcome to your weekly general reading. For those of you new here, hi. This is something that I try to do every week, but it's been over a month since I did the last one. That's because I just don't think it's fair to you guys if I do a reading when I can't get my energy right. And yeah, had a lot of distractions and disturbances in the force. So yeah, anyways, we're just gonna go ahead and crack on, okay? So I think that feels right, and I'm gonna take that side. And let's just see what we got for you, shall we? My energy's okay right now, just as a clarifier. I'm just slightly annoyed because technology is just kind of funny today. But anyways, there are no dates on these, so whenever you get the message, if it feels like it applies to you at that moment, then that's your message. Do what you will with it, okay? Other than that, how's everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are being safe. And yeah. That's really all I've got right now. I feel like I can go for a cup of tea though. I don't know. I love Earl Grey, but I switched from sugar to stevia now. And you know, after living on Earl Grey with sugar for years and years and years, it does take some getting used to once you make the switch over to stevia. But, you know, it's whatever. What do we got so far? Fox, crab, and a niffler. Ooh, somebody just flew out. If you found me here from TikTok, cool. Thank you. Hopefully after I'm done with these readings and I can eventually get them processed and uploaded, I will be putting onto TikTok that I just joined that I do these things. So if that's where you found me from, hi. And oh, some of these are just flying out. So let's see what we've got. I think I've got, what, 3 more cards to pull for you? All right. Oh, okay. 2 more. There's one. Got 1 more. It felt like that one could come out. Yeah, you know, lately all I've really been able to do is just do the farming. That's pretty much it. Haven't really spent a whole lot of time working on anything that's specific to what I want. And I just really felt today like doing this. I've been feeling it for a few days. I'm like, I need to do the readings because I enjoy these. I enjoy these so much. And then me being so behind everything, didn't even realize that today was the 1st. And that it's, you know, going back to Hogwarts Day. Wow, I totally missed the boat on that one. So, anyways, let's get a clarifier out and then we'll take a look at what we got, okay? Okay, you want to come out. I can feel that. Okie dokie. So, first off, we have fox and crab. I don't know how well this camera focuses. Maybe one day I'll actually buy like an actual camera instead of just using my phone. This phone supposedly had a better camera than the one I just, like my phone died. Supposedly this was a better camera, but I can tell you right now, maybe it's just a learning error. It's a learning curve or something. And then we have the niffler. And then, oh, how sweet. So, the first year's approaching Hogwarts. And also, yeah, guys, I have no idea where the camera is on this to really focus it for you. So I do apologize. I need to get my shit together. Stanchion pike. The sorting hat, how interesting, how this, oh no, I'm doing it again. Always with Slytherin, always. Like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, then we have Hogsmeade, right outside of Honeydukes, and during the winter time, oh, I can't wait for winter. Summer's just, like, I can already feel the crispness in the air, even though it, like, the past few days was like 105, but I could feel it, you know, you feel that sudden change in how the wind blows and how the sun sits in the sky. Okay, and then right here we have outside of Hogwarts. Okay, so waiting outside the gates, waiting to be let in. And then we have inside the cave, Dumbledore and Harry getting ready to cross the lake. And Ginny Weasley. And finally, the clarifier card is the Two of Wands, and it's Equilibrium. Okay, so we're going to do like we normally do. Give me a moment or two to kind of look this over and see what we have. All right? Okay, so I'm just going to talk this out right now. So with Fox, that obvious Phoenix energy, the being able to rise from the ashes, the rebirth, the healing properties, it's just kind of a good note to start off with. But then we get over here to Crabbe and Stan, and for me it's kind of like just this, where he's like cracking his knuckles as a bully, he's kind of like a knucklehead, right? Like both of them have, I don't want to say like dunce energy, but they're just not strong individuals. I feel like they are, you know, either you've got the really angry and maybe ignorant and this follower energy, and then you've got it here as well, where that kind of, okay, I'm going to put that on the back burner for just a second, okay, because then I'm looking at the Niffler, and, you know, that's that hoarding of stuff, right? The shiny stuff, the interesting stuff. Those three combined really make me think of like, ooh, shiny, distractions, you know, and you know how they're always talking about how like Gen Zers and stuff, they're always on their phones, and so am I. So am I. You know, technology has just definitely been all-consuming, but sometimes a very necessary distraction. So I'm seeing that, like, that, not necessarily stealing. Okay, so I'm going to keep that out of there, but just this collecting of stuff out of ignorance, maybe it's like an information overload. Maybe it's like focusing on the stuff that's just not important, right? And these being really side characters, no real plot development with them, like not a whole lot going on. I mean, he ends up becoming a Death Eater, but that's mostly under the Imperious Curse. So really, like, no actual agency, right? You have the approach to Hogwarts here, which in some way I'm like, okay, you're going in search of something, okay? You're going to learn something. But with these two here it's like you're locked out of it. And here it's just this darkness, right? This shadowy part. I'm getting there, guys. I'm going to come over here to the sorting hat. So the sorting hat, intelligent, but is it just really repeating stuff? Like, is it really alive? It seems like it is, but it's an inanimate object that is animated. Which again leads me to that puppet energy, right? Where like Crabbe, he doesn't have his own agency. He's very much just Malfoy's puppet. Stan, same thing. He, working for Voldemort, doing things that he doesn't have control over. And here with the sorting hat, it can make a decision. It can recite some poems. It can give you advice. But is it really just kind of parroting other things that it's heard? I mean, it's been around for ages and ages. So, again, I just kind of get that, like, where these are people with no real direction. This is something that, like, has a direction. Every year, it's, like, forewarning everything. But it's not really taken seriously. Like, nobody's like, hey, you should listen to the sorting hat. But also because it's something that's worn on the head, I'm seeing that maybe there's like some kind of intellectual thing that we're working through, right? That there's something, okay, trying to figure out like who we are, where do we fit in, and especially with that's exactly who you're going to meet shortly after you arrive, right? Here in Hogsmeade, with Honeydukes, and sometimes this makes me think of like it's nice and warm inside, right? It snowy and everything and bleak outside, but inside is something warm and possibly really sweet. But it's also because of this energy here, I'm still getting this desolation, this being alone, which maybe is where Fawkes comes in, because if you're hoarding all of this maybe not necessary stuff, right? Like the Niffler doesn't need shiny stuff to survive. It just happens to really like it. So, but it's useless. It doesn't benefit the Niffler. And the paths that they are on, it's not benefiting them. They're not having character growth from that. So I'm feeling like all of this looking of desolation, of being locked out of that information, being right under here, I'm feeling like maybe it needs to be more discipline in your life. Maybe there needs to be more of like okay, cut it off. Whether it's cutting out people in your life that are just there and don't serve a purpose, or it's cutting out an excess of shiny, distracting things in your life. I'm feeling like you're on this side with that energy when you need to be inside, when you need to be learning. And because of that, stick with me because I think it's forming in my head right now. You have to go searching, right? And this to me is like this forbidden knowledge. You have the school here, you're locked out of it, it's forbidden, okay? The Horcrux is hidden in here, even the boat is hidden, the cave was hidden, that's all forbidden. You're not supposed to know it's there. So you have to go searching for it. And then we have Ginny, who is just a queen, okay? She's just amazing. Obviously, I don't think I need to tell any of you that. But, I mean, even her Patronus is a horse, right? And she just has, kind of like that high priestess energy. She's really, I mean, in this deck, I don't think I assigned her the high priestess energy in my mind, in how I decided I was going to do these decks. But I can definitely say she's a pretty good contender for that. She does bring that energy to the table. She's just a very solid woman, she's just on it. She breaks down these barriers. And I think that's what's going on here. with the equilibrium card and it being like this clock, which also kind of looks like scissors. I'm just seeing those hands. They're not scissors, but I'm seeing them kind of as scissors, to where I'm thinking there needs to be some kind of a cutting of ties, cutting of the bullshit crap that doesn't serve you, that is getting in the way, that's distracting you, because you're on your way to learn something. You're on your way to get unconfused. You're beginning to see something, or you're just beginning on this new path. And I think if you continue this way, if you don't find that balance of cutting out the shit that you don't need, then you're going to stay locked out. Like, you're not going to know the truth. Whether this is about a relationship or this is about something, a job change, whatever, anything that's going on in your life, I feel like your equilibrium is out of whack right now. And you need to start making some kind of decision and gaining your confidence. I don't know, with the stuff you've been through before, I'm not seeing a whole lot here of stuff you've been through before, other than possibly, well, I mean, obviously, with this distraction energy. I'm feeling like this cave is telling me, especially with, they have to pull that chain up to pull the boat to get there. It gives me a lot of this soul searching energy, where you have to kind of like just reach out and just believe that you're going to find a way to get to where you need to go deep inside of yourself. But you can't do this. You can't do any of this. You can't go in and feel the warmth until you cut the distractions out. Like, I wish I could say that in a cleaner way, in something that's a little bit tied up in a bow, but that's just really what I'm getting. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. I'm just really getting that energy of being out of balance, and there's just too much that's taking you away from the stuff that you need to be doing. Like, in order to be here, in order to have these really strong energies, which is what's surrounding you. What is surrounding you right now is this very strong, powerful energy. Like, begins and ends with that. Like, you are the phoenix, right? I mean, think about everything Ginny had to go through. I mean, especially at a very young age. She, again, that's that puppet energy right there, right? Like, she too was a puppet, but she rose from it. She rose from the ashes. So I'm getting that phoenix energy as bookends to this point in your life, or maybe this is something you just went through. Maybe you are establishing a balance and an equilibrium in your life, but it's not going to come or continue until these distractions are removed. This gate is not going to open until you remove all of that. Especially, I mean, look at the Niffler. Like, right, he's holding that pocket watch the same way we hold our phones. He's like hunched over it, and yeah, maybe it's just saying, hey, look, now's the time to quit looking for all that extra information. Maybe you've done enough research that you can get started on whatever new thing that you're trying to do. So if you're having a problem with like your work-life balance, this is where you need to start working on that. You need to really start prioritizing and sorting all of it. Maybe put all of your problems into different small little houses. That's all I got. I don't know if that helped, but as I always say, Slytherin, I love you guys. Hopefully I can find some equilibrium myself with my my work-life balance, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week. All right? I love you guys. Bye.